Shante Vashtan Chizati Ayana Nizuhakutsu Machiafi. My name is Ayana Nizuhakutsu and I'm going to talk to you today about what is a powwow. So have you ever heard of or attended a powwow and wondered how it's all organized or what all goes into it? So I'm going to talk to you about that. So first I'm going to talk about what is a powwow, who can go to a powwow, when do powwows happen, the different styles of dance present at powwows, as well as the different types of powwows and the different aspects within them. So what is a powwow? A powwow is a Native American cultural gathering or celebration that involves song, dance, and social interaction. The Lakota word for powwow is wachipi. Wachi means to dance, wachipi means we dance. Who can go to a powwow? The answer is anyone is welcome to spectate and participate in intertribal dancing. Intertribal dancing is where anybody can come into the circle and dance. When do powwows happen? Typically weekends, Friday to Saturday. Summer is usually known as powwow season. Just like United Tribes powwow was on a weekend from Friday to Sunday is a good example. To find out when different powwows are happening, you can check out Facebook pages or there's a website called powwows.com. There are different styles of dance present at powwows. There's women's jingle dress, women's fancy shawl, women's traditional, men's grass, men's fancy dance, and men's traditional. And each of them have their different origin stories pertaining to different regions they come from. For example, the jingle dress dance is a healing dance originating from the woodlands. Richard Missons of Saskatchewan's First Nations University of Canada explained the story as it came to a man whose granddaughter was ill, and the dress was described in a vision. Heather Andrew Miller mentions and describes each of these dances in her article, Dance Reflects Tradition and History. The typical age groups included at powwows is golden age, adults, teens, juniors, and tiny tots, and that's pertaining to contest powwow. And so there's two different types of powwows, traditional powwows and contest powwows. And so we'll first get into contest powwows. They're contest powwows where dancers and drum groups will compete for prize money. Contest powwow is the more popular powwow in today's society. Stephen J. Asiana and Seb Houghton Sionic in their article Contest Powwow, Sport in Native American Culture, they describe the process of how a contest works in a powwow. Contest powwow dancers and drum groups participating in the drum contest must register to compete. Dancers will be given a number to keep track of points they earn from being judged and attending grand entries and exhibition dancing. Cash prizes are awarded to the winners at the end of the powwow. There's grand entries. There are usually grand entries to begin the dancing session. There are usually 4 sessions for a typical weekend powwow. The color guard, head man and head woman dancer, and royalty lead the grand entry in a spiral clockwise in the arena until they reach the center. And so contest powwows, they have a powwow committee elected every year. The powwow committee is responsible for picking the head staff and allocating and raising funding for a powwow. Within the head staff, there is a master of ceremonies. They announce for the whole powwow. They let the people know what is happening or what's coming up next. They're also known as the comedic relief. Robert Lee, in his article of Black Hills Powwow, describes that the MC overall sets the mood for the powwow. The arena director, they are the facilitator of the agenda of the powwow. They also upkeep the arena, making sure to pick up anything off the ground somebody may trip from, or they follow protocol if a feather is dropped. Head dance judge, they're in charge of finding people to judge the dancers competing in the dance contest, same as head drum judge. Their job is to find people to judge the drum contest. And then we have the head man and head woman dancer. Their job is to make sure that people are dancing. You can often see them dancing in almost all intertribals. They'll often put on a special to honor being chosen as head dancer at that powwow they're at. Then color guard, they are the flag bearers. They follow protocol for flag raising each morning. They lead the grand entry in, and they will post and take down the colors. Contest powwows will also often hold princess or brave contests. Young girls and boys will compete to represent the powwows at other powwows. And those some pictures to show different stuff I just talked about. And so now we're getting to traditional powwows. There is no contest dancing or singing, but more social dances. A powwow committee is still needed, as well as a master of ceremonies and arena director. The color guard is still needed as well. Instead of a grand entry, there is a calling of the dancers. So the MC will call their dancers, and the dancers will immediately begin an intertribal dancing. Traditional powwows are more family-oriented and more community-oriented. The dances include, as I said, more social dances such as Gahomey, rabbit dance, potato dance, round dance. The only type of contest dancing that may happen at traditional powwows are specials. Specials are put on by family or the powwow committee. They often are held to honor somebody. They have their own advertisement on a powwow poster, such as an example there. Dancers are picked, judged, and winners chosen all within the allotted time period during a powwow. Specials can be held during traditional powwows and contest powwows. So to conclude or recap, I talked about what is a powwow, who can go to a powwow, when do powwows happen, as well as the different types of powwows and the different aspects within them. I hope this new knowledge you feel more inclined to go to a powwow if you have never been. And if you have been to a powwow, I hope this information furthers your knowledge of the inner workings of a powwow. Pila Maya for your time and attention.